This is LaunchLemonade's intro to AI agents. Again, our goal for today is to get everyone up to speed and understanding what an AI agent is versus automation with, unless if, I'm alone. I feel like the world's getting overwhelmed with all the terminologies being thrown out there with AI. Like, what is AI? What is an AI agent? What is agentic? What's a chatbot? Is it just a chatbot? What's generative AI? What's AGI? And what's automation and ASI? It's getting confusing. Okay, so it is getting confusing. There's so many terms. What are the differences? And is it important to understand the differences? And the answer for me is yes, because we have to understand what we're building and what we're using. But before I proceed, for those of you who are joining us for the first time today, my name is Cien. I'm an AI transformation expert. I'm the co-founder of LaunchLemonade, the Canva for AI application. My background is growing and scaling startups, and I'm also a keynote speaker. The mission is simple: no one gets left behind. So what are the key concepts that I think we should all kind of just understand today? So there's 4 that I want to introduce, which is AI, generative AI, artificial general intelligence, and artificial super intelligence. So AI actually was coined in 1956. It was, when we talk about AI and people say, it's not, what is actually AI? The concept of AI was it's designed to mimic us. Whether it's to mimic us for specific tasks, or the initial designs were designed to mimic us in playing chess, playing Go, and picking up a yellow ball. And then early on, when we've got like machine learning, these are your Netflix recommendations, your Google Maps. These are also AI. Now, we are here in generative AI. That's when ChatGPT came in 2018. So it's a subset of AI, but it's not general intelligence yet. And I'm going to talk about general intelligence as well. But generative AI provides an output based on an input or request. So we have a prompt, or you have a request, or then the generative AI would generate either text, generate text, images, or music. And then we've got artificial general intelligence. So our artificial general intelligence is AI with human-like intelligence that's capable of performing intellectual tasks across domain. It can learn, reason without having to retrain, so learn by itself, and it can also complete tasks based on how it was programmed. And then we've got artificial superintelligence. So this is currently purely theoretical. What people are saying, what scholars are saying about artificial superintelligence is that it would surpass human intelligence in all areas of problem solving, even emotional intelligence and creativity. But right now it's purely speculative, and there's, it's got loads of potential to solve some of the world's biggest problems, but there are also concerns around misalignment. Are there any questions so far? Okay, so those are the key concepts. And we are still in generative AI, to clarify. So what are AI agents then? So everyone's talking about AI agents. Salesforce came out with AI agents. I think Amazon, Anthropic released their own kind of definition of AI agents and solutions. But to differentiate the difference between, like you've got your Gen AI plus make Zapier automation workflows. When we talk about automations, these are systems designed to perform predefined, repetitive tasks without intervention. So they're usually rule-based. It can't learn by itself. It can't adapt, and it can't decide. So for example, you've got like from a news feed, turn it into a blog, and then post a blog. So those are set rules, a set workflow, and this automation plus Gen AI workflow would just do that over and over again. Agents are more autonomous. They're autonomous systems that can perform different types of tasks, make decisions based on a given goal. So for example, my goal is to publish publish loads of blogs so that I can become a thought leader or something. Now this AI agent would then collaborate with other agents and draw from its core memory, its ability to learn, and its ability to decide, to then put together a content plan to achieve that goal. Any questions on this slide? And now so this is a framework this is the automation framework. So this is just a basic version of what we're seeing. So we're seeing, if you guys are following AI influencers on Instagram and TikTok, you're going to see a lot of these like make Zapier automation workflows, where it would usually start with a trigger or an input. It could be like an email sent, or a chat received on a chatbot, or a form submitted, or a time trigger. Then that trigger would then trigger the Gen AI, or the processing layer, that could generate text, image, analyze data, and it would decide For example, yes or no, good or bad, or risk tiers. And then with that generated output, it would then send it to an API connector, such as a Zapier or a Make. And then that Zapier or Make would then an output to whatever integration you've decided to choose, whether that's a HubSpot, email, chat, or a form response. Now there's an option where you could integrate in a feedback loop or feedback mechanism to improve the Gen AI's performance when you optimize for next time. And then we've got AI agents. So beyond the Gen AI plus automation workflows, an agent would have these following elements. You've got memory, the ability to decide, ability to choose tools and use different tools and applications to perform its tasks. It can retrieve information, and then obviously using generative AI as well within that system. There's an option to add a human, and they call it human in the loop, for the human to approve or disapprove its decisions. Now, here is the framework. So it's a little, hopefully I'll be able to talk you through how this works. But basically, it starts with the goal or the trigger. So you say, plan a trip to Paris. Now, that trigger would then be received by Gen AI that perceives that goal. So you've got Gen AI gathers info and checks, for example, online, like the internet. And then it would also query your calendar to see when you're available. Once it does that, it would then recall users' preferences via its memory or knowledge. And then once it does that, it could then collaborate with other agents to then either delegate tasks. For example, one agent could look at flights, one agent could look at hotel, and one agent would put together an itinerary. So they're collaborative. Now, once they've completed these kind of planning, they then select the tools for them to complete their design tasks. And then they're going to perform that action. But there are two, optional steps. So you've got human in the loop, and then an ethics or security check. So human in the loop, again, is when the ability to ask the human in the system to approve or disapprove. And then you've got this also optional, but it shouldn't be optional layer, where a system or application would check for security and ethics. So at LaunchLemonade, we have partnered with Lakera, who are leading experts of detecting malicious prompts. So layers like these and added algorithms could be added in the agentic flow. So where are we at now with LaunchLemonade? So LaunchLemonade right now has memory, knowledge, 19 models you can choose from, the ability to search the internet, the ability to perceive a goal. We've got security layers in place as well. And then we've got what we're calling flow. So flow is designed to allow users to design collaboration between the language models based on the tasks that they've been assigned. What we're working towards is automated model routing. So what we're hoping to achieve is that our users will no longer be expected to decide for themselves what language models to use and choose from based on their task, but will allow like a mother AI agent to choose which language models to use to help solve that problem. And in terms of actions, we currently are on Zapier, we'll be on Make soon, we've got an API, and soon we're integrating Google Workspace in Notion and other tools so that the agents would be able to select the tools they need to be able to complete actions. We'll also add in the ability to make decisions and add a human in the loop layer in. So that's where we're at right now. To complete tasks, whether that's tasks you've got with Airtable, Google Workspace, Notion, Socials, or HubSpot. These agents would be able to remember, draw out from knowledge, search, make decisions, and add the human intervention in.